Kunze from Sanlam Private Wealth joins me now to unpack the latest market figures. Nick, as always, many thanks for your time. Let's speak about those overall markets. I alluded to the fact that it's strongly in the green this afternoon, the JSE, with the resources and industrials driving some of those gains. Definitely not a reflection on the economy on the ground here. But what were some of the other drivers of the movements that we saw today?
Yeah, evening, you're right. It's sometimes, an example that the market's not the economy and the economy is not the market. Today was a clear reflection because try and marry what we're seeing on our screens that you guys have been shooting all day and the markets. There's a bit of a sense of calm returning, actually. Once again, though, I think markets looking through the initial, the shock of yesterday and the bad news that we've had, and maybe realizing that the calm is going to prevail. We'll probably get through this. It is temporary, and a bit of calm in the market as well today. And you saw that today with stocks like Mr. Price down 7% yesterday, bouncing back quite strongly, up 5% today. So they seem to be looking through this for now.
Right, Nick, and as you've just spoken about, the big story of the day being those violent riots across parts of the country and various companies releasing SENS announcements today. Cashbid, Hulamin, Sappi, Resilient, releasing statements speaking about the impact of the riots on their businesses. I mean, when you kind of sift through what they had to say, really tough times ahead for these companies that have been looted and their infrastructure rather being damaged because of what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, not only did they have to get through the lockdowns which were imposed by the government, it wasn't their fault. They've now had to get through this. I mean, to be some of these companies, I feel very, very sorry for them. They were just starting to get better. I mean, look at our hospitality industry, just getting through the worst of it, finally opening up. Got hit with a double whammy this week with lockdown extended, and then you had this and the looting. So they're really up against the wall, and I don't think we'll know the true damage to the bottom line of some of these companies until the next couple of weeks when the reporting season starts. But for now, it's very concerning.
Right, and then just finally some global news now, economic data out of the US implying that the inflation is still a bit of a concern. What would you say in terms of that?
Yeah, again, I mean, if you look outside our borders, the big talk has been about inflation, about is it transitory, is it not transitory, commodity prices. We all know the price of oil, we're sitting at $75 a barrel today. America releasing their PPI numbers, producer price inflation, once again, like last month, much higher than expected, north of 5%. So there is a little bit of a concern coming through, which should at some point, if this inflation number is sticky, and it continues to be, you're going to see a bit of a stronger dollar, which is going to again impact us with a bit of a weaker rand. So we need to keep watching that space.
Watching it very closely indeed. That is Nick Kunze from Sanlam Private Wealth giving us a wrap of the latest market figures that came through today. We continue to cover the impact of the violent riots that have been taking place in parts